Good morning. Football morning, day one of the 2020 season. I'm excited as fudge, and I hope you guys are too. See some real football. Should be a good game tonight. I'm gonna go through. Well, first of all, put on a shirt. Try and avoid extra nipple. Sitting in the fort that Kendra built me for my next 6 weeks. She used some patio furniture, but built me a really nice cockpit for my 6 week home. I'm going to go through the 5 matchups, give my prediction on who I think is going to win, not based on what they're projected, but based on my opinion, my research, this and that. It'll be fun. Well, then after the week, we'll recap and see how shitty I did or didn't do. Feel free to give me as much shit as you'd like, if I deserve it. Like I said, coming out of the draft, I think that Laura and Kyle had two of the best drafts. I still think it holds true. They got pretty good teams. I do think Laura is the front runner as of right now. A couple other teams had good drafts. Based on the offseason, Steve moved up to have one of the better teams. Kendra, the ex-champ or current champ, looks like despite drafting 10th, with her being able to keep Eckler, Cam Akers coming on, she looks like she's got a good team again, and I hate to say that. Everyone else were kind of there, took some chances. So I'm going to go through the matchups. I'm going to start with Vajana and George. Right now, Vajana is a 5-point loser, or George is a 5-point favorite. I think George has a pretty good team. I don't think he's got anyone that's amazing at any position other than really Elliott, but I think he's got some depth. I think he's got a good squad. I think that this one's going to come down to it. Going to come down to the end, going to be close. Miles Sanders is in his flex right now. If he plays, I think George wins this one. It's going to be close. I think Tom Brady is going to have something to prove going to Tampa Bay. Mike Evans doesn't play. That could hurt him, but I'm going to give week one win. It's going to be a close one. I'm going to say George is taking week one. Vajana is going to have a loss. Sorry, Vajana. Stevie and Eric. This one is another 4.1. Eric's 4-point favorite. Eric took some of the biggest risks by going quarterback receiver in the draft. He's got some running backs that could be good or could just absolutely eat shit. I'm going to go ahead and say that I think Mahomes and Hill are going to come out Thursday night, first game of the season. Everyone's healthy. I feel like Eric is going to knock Steve off. I do think Steve has a better team. I think Steve, if this were week 2, I think that Steve would win because it would give Fournette some time to learn the system in Tampa Bay. I think with Leonard Fournette landing in Tampa Bay, I think that boosts Steve up to one of our top 5 teams. So that being said, it's week 1. He's going to split carries with Jones. He might not even get the majority of the carries. Even if he plays him, I see he doesn't have him in his lineup right now. I'd still put him in. But I think I'm going to give this one to Eric, slight favorite for me. Stevie taking a loss week 1. Then we got Ainsley and Deja. Deja is projected about a 12-point favorite. I don't necessarily agree with that. I think it's going to be a much closer matchup. I actually think that Ainsley is going to beat Deja this week. I hate Dax Prescott. He's going against the Rams. The Rams have a solid defense, and I think Dax Prescott's overrated, so I think that's going to be one of her biggest hurdles. She's got possibly the best running back combo in the league with McCaffrey and Jacobs. Actually, she does have the best running back combo as of now. The one thing that hurts Deja is her receivers. Her top 2 right now are McLaurin and Allen Robinson. Week 1, McLaurin's going to be going against the Eagles, and he's going to be pulling Slay in coverage. Top 3 corner. McLaurin's good. He'll get his, but he won't score you. At least don't expect him to score you 20 points like you want your number 1 receiver to do. And Robinson, he got fucked by Nagy's choices. Mitch Trubisky is the starter and Foles is the backup, so that hurts Robinson's projection, and I think it's dumb. I think that Foles should start there, but that hurts there. And Deja took a kick in the throat to both of her defenses. Von Miller's out for the season with Denver, who she has starting against Tennessee, and I think Tennessee is going to score. And then her backup, the Chargers, they lost Derwin James in the secondary. They have a good front 7, but that secondary, that's a big hit to them. So I just think she's a little banged up. Bad matchups for receiver. I think this is an upset, and I think Ainsley wins week 1. Kendra and Kyle, the sibling rivalry. This one is an 11-point favorite towards Kyle. However, I think Kendra wins this one outright. Now, that's with Mike Evans playing. If Mike Evans doesn't play, I think that based on her backup, both of her backup receivers are injured. If Mike Evans doesn't play, I give this victory to Kyle. But I'm going to assume that Evans is going to play. Evans plays, I give this one to Kendra. Right now, she's got Lamar Jackson against Cleveland and Eckler against Cincinnati. Those two alone should put up 40, 50 points, which is going to be a hell of a beast. I think that she's just got good matchups, and I think she's going to end up winning week 1, even though she's not projected to. Then myself and Laura. I am projected to lose by damn near 20 points. Like I said, I don't like my team. I mean, I like it, but I definitely took some risks, like Gronkowski and Deshaun Jackson. I don't think I win this week. I think Laura beats me fair and square outright. I think I can stay close if Carson Wentz and Deshaun Jackson do what they did last year, week 1 against Washington. If they do that, right there's 50 points for me between those two. So I could have a chance. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, the rookie for Kansas City Thursday night, if he's the bell cow they're talking about him being, well then I could stand a chance. I do have a chance to beat her, but I need everything to go right, and she could still beat me with some stuff going wrong. So I think my front runner pick, and this week, week number 1, I'm taking a loss. Laura's getting the win. So this week's winners, I think, are Laura, Kendra, Ainsley, Eric, and George. See how I do? After this weekend, we'll figure it out, see if I was right or wrong, and then I'll do it again next week. I'm looking forward to this. Good luck, everyone, and hopefully nobody gets injured except me.